Here for Coach Joel Taylor's weekly press conference ahead of the Week 3 trip to Eastern Kentucky. Wolves coming off a loss at Abilene Christian. Coach Taylor will start with some general comments, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, Week 3, getting ready to go to EKU. Had a tough loss last week versus Abilene, which is a really good football team. I think that's one of the better teams in our league. But the guys, they ain't gonna fault. I thought you've seen a lot of good things, but there were some bad things that we got to get corrected, and we will get corrected. But excited about this week to face Eastern Kentucky. That's a school that has a lot of tradition, won a national championship, and has had a lot of success. So we're excited about that. Questions?
Brandon Dyer, West Georgia. What's going to be the biggest challenge for you this weekend going into Eastern Kentucky?
Yeah, it's really just kind of getting our guys back healthy. We got some guys that are banged up a little bit, but I thought we had a really good practice today. But hopefully by Friday, everybody kind of be healed up, getting the game plan, getting some reps throughout the week. But I think the biggest thing is we got to do a great job of being consistent, being disciplined. I think that was some of the things that we lacked in the last game. You can't beat good football teams when you don't have that. But that's part of the growth process, Like I said, at the end of the day, win, loss, or draw, doesn't matter. We got to grow from each opponent, and I think we will from Abilene.
Coach, I know you always have to stay ready, and Quincy Casey was ready to play on Saturday. How would you assess his play and leading the team on offense after that went down?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought Quincy came in, he was ready to go. He was excited for the opportunity. I told you guys before that that was one of the tough decisions I ever had to make as a head coach, was to pick between those two guys because both were very, very capable. But Quincy's been great, man. He's been a great teammate, and Quincy was ready for his opportunity. Sometimes a lesser person would pout and not be ready for that opportunity, but he was, and we needed him to be ready. Quincy will probably start this week more than likely. I think Davin will be his backup. We're going to try to get Davin healthy throughout the bye week, but he'll be ready if we need him in the game.
Coach Taylor, given that your team was down 21-3 early in that second half and you had to overcome that quarterback injury, how does this game exemplify the resilience and durability of the team, and how does it speak to the character and preparation?
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks in a row. Sanford hit us in the mouth. We came back. We was able to win that ball game. I don't know if you remember, it was 21-3, and they actually had the ball in the red zone.
Yep.
So it could have blown open really pretty bad, 28-3. But we was able to force a turnover. Offense was able to push the ball down the field and score eventually. But that's just the resilience of our team, man. They just love the game of football. I enjoy being around them, but they're some good kids. They want to do right. They try hard, each and every day. But we just got to continue to grow. The one thing is everything that they're seeing is for the first time. And I can't wait till when this thing really clicks, man. I think we're gonna have something really special. So they're working hard this week to kind of clean up any of those mistakes so we don't make them again. But man, I tell you what, this team is definitely resilient, and like I said, we continue to get better. So watch out.
Coach, I want to comment on Dylan Gary. Of course, the transfer coming in. He's had an instant impact this season. Already over 200 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, caught both of Casey's touchdowns this previous Saturday. And it really seems like he has really good chemistry with both Widener and Casey. So what can you comment about his impact and just what he's done for this Wolves offense?
Man, Dylan Gary, man, he's one of my favorite kids. I call him the quiet assassin. I'm telling you, man, you wouldn't even know Dylan was there. He walked right past you, man. Just he's quiet, but he works his fanny off. Really smart, has a huge catch radius, and the last 2 weeks, man, he's made some big plays for us, and he's going to continue to do that. I think now people know who he is, which I think is going to help our offense. When you got him, you got Carmelo and the other guys. Once we get our run game going, I just think he's going to have a big season for us. But he's been a gem. Getting him from Kentucky. But ever since he's been here, he's from the Georgia area, man, to get close back to home and have an opportunity. He was down there in Kentucky making some plays, but he didn't just have the opportunity up there, and he wanted to come down and get an opportunity, and he's making the most of it now. So I'm really proud of him, and he's going to be a really good player here at West Georgia for a long time.
Coach, Eastern Kentucky's 0-2, but from what film you've watched, what are their strengths?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would say their resilience as well. I'm going to go back to last year. I think they went 5-6, and I think the margin of victory that they lost was like 3 or 4 points or something like that. So those guys are going to fight. They're always going to be in every game. Last year they scored a lot of points. So this year I know they face 2 FBS schools. They haven't got everything kind of rocking and rolling the way they want to right now. But I know they're going to work their fannies off to be prepared versus us. Right, it's their first home game. So they're going to be excited to try to get this victory, just as we're going to try to get this victory. So, so I would just say, offensively, they have 4 or 5 starters returning. I think they have an All-American as a tackle, number 74. Quarterback is new. So he's trying to get his footing a little bit. Running back, I think he ran for 800 yards last year. So they got some weapons there. Tight end is an all-conference kid, so they got some weapons there. And then defensively, I think their edge players are probably their best players as far as up front. Linebackers are solid. They got an all-conference DB. I think that's number 2. He plays their field safety for them. So they got some players on each level. The defense, so it's definitely going to be a battle for us. We got to go up there and play well if we want to come out with a win.
Everybody good? All right, Coach, we're good.
All right.